The second trick is similar to the first one, but it's a little bit more powerful. And the first trick what we did is we calculated the sum of all the values contained in the second column, which were corresponding to the first sample. What we will do in this next trick, I will just show again the first 10 lines of the file. And then what we will be doing in this trick is we will sum up all the values per row. So it means the abundance of each of the bacteria in all of the samples, and we will iterate along the whole file, calculating the sum of each of the rows. In other words, we will be generating a new column that contains the sum of all samples abundances for each of the taxa. Okay. So we will call awk again. To do that, we already know, we already know that this is a comma separated value, and here we will introduce a new concept. Here we will write what is called a loop, and then we will, because we want to do it for all the columns, right? We have to iterate from left to right, starting from the second column in all the columns until we calculate the sum for each of the rows. So we are going to write our for loop, and then we are going to create a counter variable that will start at 2, because column 1 is occupied by the ID, so we don't want to read that, starting in column 2, and as long as I is smaller or equal to the number of columns, keep increasing the value of that variable. So here what we will do is we will again use a sum variable, which will be equal to itself plus whatever value is contained in the next column. And once it has finished with this, then we will ask awk to print the result, and because it will do it recursively for each of the rows, then we will reset the variable value to 0 to avoid that the sum becomes a cumulative sum, right? And then of course we will be doing that on the same file. And there is a mistake here. That's not a problem. I think mistakes are great opportunities to explain concepts. It says that in line 1 there is a syntax error at 4, close to 4, and let's add a curly brace here, and let's close that here. And now you can see that our program is running without errors, and it has effectively calculated, the sum for each of the rows in the file.